Hey, I'm John Grizz III. I'm the founder of Garage Gym Life, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the TDS safety stands. I believe that these stands are a great solution for home gym owners who have benches at home that do not have any sort of spotting solution. There are some lower budget solutions, and you'll find out what those are in the course of this video, but I think that the TDS safety stands are a great cost-effective solution. They're a lot less expensive than the one at the top of the market, which is made by Ironmind, and so I cannot wait for you guys to check this out. But here's a twist. I'm not going to review the safety stands here. Instead, I'm going to take it over to an outdoor gym that's owned by a powerlifter who I've known for several years named Dedrick Henry. Dedrick has a son who is special needs, and that's the main reason why he started working out at home. And not long after he started working out at home, he reached out to me because the bench that he has did not come with any sort of safeties. And I gave him a solution that involved getting some sawhorses from the local home supply store, but that wasn't a permanent solution, and I've been looking around for something better for him, and I think that these TDS supports are going to be the answer, but we won't be sure until we test them out, because I can't give him something that might endanger his safety. And the cool thing is Dedrick has no idea that I'm bringing him these safeties. He knows I'm coming over, but he has no idea I'm bringing him anything. So it's going to be cool if these work out to be able to help him out and hook up somebody who I have a lot of respect for. Dedrick lives about 30 minutes away from me in downtown Atlanta, but this is a Saturday, so hopefully traffic won't be too bad. Okay, so here I am. I made it. This is my man, Dedrick. Man, I haven't seen Dedrick in ages, but we've been communicating back and forth on social media. We're just off camera talking about when we first met, and I thought it was 2012, but it was before that.
Right.
So
unless it was early that year.
So it might have been 2011 because it was the Georgia State Championship.
Right. And it was
in
late
Dalton,
in the
Georgia.
It was 2000, I think, yeah.
It's 2011 Georgia
Right.
State Championships in Dalton, Georgia, and we were both doing bench only. And I remember it stuck in my head because in USAPL, they put you come up even in squat and deadlift, whether you're doing bench only or not. And so we both were doing bench only, and I had never squatted in competition in my life. And I see my name pop up for squat. I said, oh, we got a problem. So I run over there. I might have even scurried. I got over there, and Dad is over there too. And I said, hey man, look, I'm not gonna be doing any squat today. I don't know what you need to do to
and
fix
nothing
that.
against squat, but we're the same way.
That was not me that day.
Yeah, that was not. Yeah.
And as soon as I finished talking to him, Dad was like, yeah, what he just said, yeah, exactly. I ain't doing that either. And next thing you know,
the rest is history. And
then of course our friendship was challenged because he destroyed me on the bench. Okay, but I got over it. We did take a picture though. We took a picture, and we
still got that video.
Man, we met the notorious, infamous T. Myers.
That's right.
If you don't know who T. Skinny Man Myers is, that's why you don't understand why we said that. Yeah. But T is a good dude, and we've been connected over the years. And so, man, I was so glad when you told me you had a home gym. This is the bench you asked me about, right?
Well, exactly. Exactly. This is the one I resurfaced and everything.
And you resurfaced it because it's outside all the time.
Right. Thanks to your suggestions. You said get the marine boat material.
That's it.
And there's this has been here for a long. There's no rips or anything.
And I told you before that, I said, if you can't do that, use Rain-X.
Right.
And so the Rain-X lasted you for a little
bit.
It did. And then you're like, man, we're getting the marine boat material.
That's right,
we doing it big. All right, so you upgraded already. And then let's talk about the next thing you reached out to me for. You were talking about the challenge. You don't have any spotters. You got anybody looking right here. You can see this bench has no way to spot you. So if you're benching, you could very easily, at the time you asked me, you had like your bench was in the 4s or was in the
it was in 4s.
Right, so you could get pinned under 400 pounds.
Right.
And ain't nobody in the house is gonna be able to help you out.
Exactly.
You got wife, young kids. So he's like, well, what do I do? And I said, I believe I suggested sawhorses. So you got those sawhorses. Let me see these sawhorses.
I was gonna say, keep going, because this is my closet. Here they are right here.
Look at that. I got the sawhorses
right here. There's 2 of them going each side.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead and set them up. Let's set them up. Yeah. So right here, you got these sawhorses are set up, as you guys can see. You already know exactly how far to push them into the ground. See, they're kind of stuck in the ground a little bit. And I don't even remember how much these things cost. How much do these things cost?
I can't remember, but they were so cheap, man.
Like 20, 30 bucks,
right,
I think,
20,
maybe.
30, and for what they do, this is a lifesaver. And one thing just to add, just real quick, I had a bunch of people on. I'm in a lot of weightlifting Facebook groups, and a lot of people have not brought up, asked suggestions on spot equipment, and I brought these up, and they write.
These
back,
are all the people who like work out outdoors.
Right, right, mainly outdoors, and they write back. Long story short, when I recommend it, as a matter of fact, I have a lot of pictures, and I just send the picture in a short description. They say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I said, I can't take credit. This was passed on to me from John. So I said, I got to pass it on too. That's what I believe. I believe.
That's the whole reason what we do, man.
Exactly.
And so here's the other thing. What I love about them the most is they're very compact. Let me see how quick they are. They fold up. Because you guys see them, they're set up. But look how quick it is for him to put it away.
Just like this. Yeah. Go in the middle. Got a carrying handle, and I put it right in my closet over there.
That closet with the awesome Bible verse.
That quick.
Boom, right there.
So don't think it's gonna take you a lot of time and this extra time and unnecessary time. This is not gonna interfere with your workout. That's
right. And sawhorses, the other reason I like them is because they're rated for a lot of weight.
Right.
All right. They're designed for construction.
Yeah. It might have phased off, but
What's the?
There you go. 1,000.
Each one of those is rated for. Each one of those is rated for 1,000 pounds. So you good. I mean, Dad's strong, but he ain't like that. Okay.
Yeah. If I live 1,000, I better be on ESPN.
You're gonna be on something. Yeah. And so now the only question is, people look at this and they're like, well, isn't that a little bit too high? Are you still able to touch your chest? So go ahead and get a warm up set. Let me see there. Can you touch your chest when that's off? So got your unrack.
Yep. When you arch up. See, it's on my chest. It's not even touching the rack. But say I can't do it, I just let it go. And you see it's not squeezing. My hand's up. It's not squeezing my chest or anything.
Built-in face saver.
Yep.
Boom.
But I'm still getting full range of motion.
Low tech, high effect, as Ross Intimate used to say. Okay, so Dad, you have no idea what I brought you, right?
No, I don't.
I told you, hey man, I'm coming to your house. I gotta shoot a video. I'm bringing something with me.
All he said was, do you still work out outside and you saw horses? That's all I know.
That's it.
That's all I know.
So, because I want to see your face. Yeah. Okay, so it's time to unveil the thing that you don't know, all right? So let's go here. We take out the knife right there. You guys can see I have not opened it. Because whenever I do reviews and stuff, I like to do the unboxing legitimately with my fingers.
Yeah, that's why I got it on this side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You notice I ain't come over here and hold it.
Yeah. I don't want to change your life like that.
Right there. Yeah.
I came over here to change your life, but I don't want to change it like that. All right. Let's get this right here. Watch these staples. Right. Treat me right, I might even take this empty box back and throw it away for you.
Oh, man.
All right. Hope you got some tools.
Oh, of course, man.
All right. Now, right now, let's help me take this out here. Yeah, definitely. Pull all these out. Yeah. Here.
Oh, wow. I know.
You know what this is?
Lifting weights, I know.
You know what this is, huh?
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
Wow. I don't know what to say. And the funny thing is,
all right, so right now, what is your best guess? What do you think these are?
Oh, it's basically a replacement for the sawhorse, but to a much, much higher level. To be honest with you, before I got the sawhorses, this is what I was looking at. I kept researching things, and then I said, okay, maybe the money's not right now. I don't know. And then John recommended the sawhorse, and I want to go back again. Those are excellent. Yeah. Those are perfect. But these are another level. These are a whole nother level. I mean, you got the hooks at the end, the barbell. I'm just going to keep it short. These are a whole nother level.
All right. Well, before we get all excited, we're going to test it out and make sure they're on another level. Because I'm not going to give you something that's going to get you hurt. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to put this together, and we'll be right back so that Dad can go ahead and try these out. We'll be right back. put together. It didn't really take that long. All we needed was a 17mm wrench is what they recommended, but you were able to use a different socket.
Yeah, I use like 11/16, which is closer to 17.
It's close enough. All right. And I actually put them in there, finger tighten them, and then you just give them a couple twists with the 11/16, and we're good to go.
And it was only what, 4? It's only 4 of them.
Yeah. So it was not a big deal at all. It's very simple, very quick process. The only thing that I didn't like when we were putting it together was this socket. It was a little bit tighter, so when I was setting this safety catch in, it was hard to move it up and down. But I think that's something that's probably gonna change with time as you're using this so much. But then again, this sort of thing where you don't want it to be too loose anyway. So the tighter, this might be your favorite side, but it does have a pressure knob right here that'll help you as far as it not sliding. And then it's also got on this side, you've got a little bolt through there. The things I'm looking out for are whether this bolt wears out over time or whether it continues to hold up to the pressure of you putting weight on it. And the first thing we did to put pressure on it, because I'm the suspicious, non-trusting type, is we tested it out. Because you told me that there was one time, obviously, you could always just fail a weight, but you can control that by just controlling your load and regulating your load to something you can handle. But you said there's one time you had a pretty bad mishap where it went over the back of the bench, right? So tell me about that.
Yeah, long story short, it'd probably be better if I lean back and show. Basically, and I'm pretty sure this was on. I think I had 225 on the bar at the time. So I can lift it. I probably could have done a couple more sets. I mean, a couple more reps. Not a couple more sets, a couple more reps. And I was at this point lowering it. This side was level, was in the right area. But this side, for some reason, I was behind where this hook is. So basically, as I didn't realize till I got to about right here. So I had a choice, either to try to arch up and push it back, or to let one side go down. And this was like my last rep. I think it was a burnout set. So basically I said, oh no, let me just try to go down with it. I knew it can clear my head. My head was about where you see it now. Like I said, I had this in here and this in about here. So basically I knew this side would hook. So I slowly let this other side go down. And then basically at a 45-degree angle, this side went into the ground and left an indentation. Then I got up in the course.
You said there was like a dip? There was a
dip
right
there
right?
was a hole in the ground. It's gone now. That's been a while, and we get a lot of rain here. But yeah, it was a hole right there.
Georgia. Now, the pros of this is you get to work out and listen to happy kids playing and everything like we got right now. They just keep on making me smile, man. I am not doing anything with the audio because I love hearing kids have a good time being kids. They got a bounce house set up. I'm actually jealous. To be honest with you, I'm jealous. All right, but the other side of the bad part about this is, number one, you got bugs, so you got the mosquitoes and everything. They come visit you daily, I'm sure. And then number two, when it rains, you're talking about how soft the ground gets.
Yes. And I can even get on the sawhorse on that. But before I get into that, you all can't see the whole video, but this goes down in a slight hill. So when the rain comes down on this side, even though there's a drain, you probably can't see it. There's a drain on the ground here. It floods a lot. Not flooding as far as getting into the house, but it's very damp. It's very saturated. So when I come back out after it rained, of course, the ground is real soft. And one thing with the sawhorses is, as you know, they dig down into the ground, as you saw when we did earlier. And the other problem is if weight hits it, of course, it's going to go down deeper. And the wetter the ground is, the deeper it's going to go.
Right.
So long story short, when the ground is like that, I have to raise the sawhorses up. I got to compensate for that. Long story short, I have to raise them up higher
every single time it rains.
Right. If you see the bottom of these, they don't go down.
Yeah.
I mean, the ground is kind of saturated now. It's been raining a lot this week. A lot. This ground is wet right now. It's not where we put in mud footprints, but it is wet.
Right.
But you saw in the test, when we dropped the weight, it didn't go nowhere in the ground.
Right.
So that's the difference. I say sawhorses are great. I would say they are great, cheap, and expensive. But to get to your full safety, this is what you need. Like I said, this is what you need because you don't want the ground. A couple inches make a difference. Normally, when I had to have the sawhorse catch me, I'm going up and I start feeling I can't go all the way up, so I come down slowly and let it sit. But there could be a situation where it has to drop, like we did the test. And if it has to drop on the sawhorse, then it could end up going too far.
Right. When I met Dedrick, he was start. His bench opener was 370. Okay, and he's going. He's had some setbacks, but that means he's time for a comeback, right?
That's right.
So you guys get to be here at the beginning of his comeback. But right now, you know that 315 is about where you go now, right?
Right.
And so what we did was we actually did drop tests with this. We did 225. we did 315,
right.
and then we went 325,
right.
just with that little bit of cushion. And each time it performed well, except for when we did the 225, that side came up.
Right.
Dad had the idea to put some dumbbells down to steady it, and so we've got some dumbbells down. We've got some other ideas, some things he can do with U-bolts.
Yeah, yeah.
But the biggest concern I had was whether they would be unstable going this way.
Right.
And I'm pleased to say that they work just fine. Even though these legs, these feet are not very long, it still was good because I didn't see it go falling off to the side. Now, I don't know if I would recommend somebody do rack pulls on something like this, but as a set of face savers, even if you wanted to squat with these, I think that you might be okay. You just have to be very, very careful when you set it up like we did. And of course, he's going to continue to play around with the positioning. And also you're going to test it when the ground is really hard, when the ground is soft like it is now, or just right after a range. Yeah, and just kind of get the So in about a year or so, you're going to be an expert.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And just one thing to add real quick. As you mentioned, you're going to play around with it, but if you're worried if it's long enough, it is long enough. Because your bench range should not be long. You should come to your chest, and then you're coming up like at an angle. So you see how short this range is.
Right.
So if it drops, it's just dropping here. You shouldn't be benching way up here to your stomach or way back here to your
even
head.
a belly bencher ain't gonna do that.
Right, exactly.
They'll do it once.
Right.
They won't do it twice.
Yeah.
You were telling me about that Bible verse. I told you that inspires my wife and keeps her going when she's doing triathlons. Tell me a little bit about that verse.
2009, I was at a competition.
Yeah.
And I had an injury on my shoulder. I was going back and forth on coming up to the meet. And actually, I think it was a week or 2 weeks before. I mean, my bench was low, not from strength, just because I felt that hesitation in my shoulder. And I got that verse probably about 3 or 4 in the morning, because I get a verse of the day to my phone. And that's the verse that came to me. That was my best meet ever.
Wow, amen.
So that's what stuck with me. That's why that stuck with me. And
I love that.
That's why it's out here. And it's not just out here. I have a plaque with it in the house, too.
You've gone through quite a number of things, man. You know, you've had, your son has some medical issues, health issues. If you want to share about that, you can. But the thing that I really respect about you is, Dad, you'll never see him complaining about it. I know about it because we've been friends for so long. I mean, Dad's my brother in Christ, all right? Yeah, we know each other for a long time. But at the same time, he's not going to, you don't see him out here crying, every day. Your daily routine is something tough. Describe your daily routine, just the driving by itself.
Oh, man. Long story short, and I want to put this out for autism awareness. One of my children is autistic, nonverbal autistic, and I know you all watch this for all over, so I'm not going to say the exact place I have to go, but I can be on the road 5 to 6 hours a day just for him. We have 3 children. Me and my wife have 3 children, and just him alone, Monday through Friday, I can be on the road 5 to 6 hours a day to get him to his therapy and his schooling, which is going great, by the way. I don't want this to sound like a sad story. It's going great. It's coming along. But that's the reality of it. And something, if you don't mind that what I add on this is a lot of people see me out here working out, they think, oh, this must have happened back when COVID started. No, this happened back when his condition started, because I said I wanted to be able to be home more. So I said it'd be perfect if I'd be able to work out at home. So yeah, I've been doing this.
So you work out at home so you can be here for your
Right. This was way, of course, that added to it, but when that first kicked off, but that wasn't the reason. It happened way before then.
All right, well, Dad, I appreciate you letting me come over here. And
oh, man, the pleasure's mine.
Dude, I already think that this is the best gym in town because it is custom tailored for your needs. I want you to always feel like you are in the best gym in town because it matches what you need. If not for this gym, you wouldn't be able to pursue your fitness goals while at the same time being here for your family. And I mean, you've gone through a whole lot, from injuries yourself. You hurt your foot and everything else, and you're still pushing. So really, man, you inspire me. So just the fact that I could come over here, hear a little bit more of your story, means a lot to me. And like I said, I think this is the best gym in town, but I got one or two more things I think we can help you out with upgrading you. All right?
Oh, man, I'm anxious to see what it is.
We'll show you. We'll show you just a second. Let's get it. Hey, Dad, how you like your new setup?
There's been millions of times getting ready to have my bit set up just like this, and they said it won't rain for 3 hours. As soon as I come down, lay down about to lift, it start raining. Now, this is the solution. Now I won't get wet while I'm trying to lift. So, man, I'm happy. I'm happy and blessed.
All right, so Dad, we have successfully gotten the rain out of your face while you bench pressing, because we don't want to have that.
No.
But you need one more thing, because I told you this is the best gym in town. And I want you to be able to show everybody else that ever comes here or sees it on videos or anything else like that. So,
oh man,
it's up to you to figure out where to put this.
And the funny part is, when you walk with, I'm saying, yeah, we need to get the band on video. I wasn't thinking for me, but this as y'all see on the picture on the door, this is what I love. Things like, man,
I don't know where you're going to put it.
I figured out.
But here's some zip ties for you.
Oh, man, I figured out. I appreciate this, man. This is a blessing.
All right, my man. There's only one thing that goes to all this stuff, all right? And that is, you told me that you had a lot of people in these weightlifting groups who always reaching out to you because they work out outside and they don't have a solution to the same problem that you face.
Oh, definitely.
All right, well, so you got these spotters now from TDS. All I ask is that the next time somebody says they're outdoors and they need a spotting solution, just give them the sawhorses. Let them get started in their journey the right way so they can be safe too.
Oh man, that's automatic, man. And I don't want to get too deep, but there's a song, when you bless someone else. So that's exactly what we're going to do. That's awesome. Automatic.
Perfect.
That's automatic.
My man.